Welcome to LNP Renewable System Limited. Today we are going to discuss about the ship automation basics part 10. If you have missed part 1 to 9, please subscribe to the channel. In our channel we had created a playlist ship automation basics part 1 to 22 in English. In that the missed out parts you can see. So in the part 10 we are going to discuss regarding the motor starters. Okay. So there are so many starters which are available. We have a DOIL starter, reverse DOIL starter, how it looks like and how to wire those DOIL starter and reverse DOIL starter, how a star delta starter looks like and how to wire star delta starter, how a soft starter looks like and how to wire them, how a DOIL starter ladder diagram looks like, how to measure the main power supply, how to measure the potential difference between and the potential free contact. Okay, so in our discussions we might be using so many symbols, we might be using so many abbreviations. If you have any doubt, okay, regarding the abbreviations of instruments for measuring and the indications, circuit breakers, generators, connections, transformers, fuses and the circuit breakers, protection, the monitoring relays, switches, relay and the contactors, units, divers, kindly please refer to the session. Okay, so this is the example of a DOIL starter. Okay, this is how the DOIL starter looks like, and this is its wiring diagram, how we need to connect with the three-phase motor. If you are planning for a reverse DOIL starter, this is how it looks like. These are its terminals. This is how we need to make a wiring connection for this DOIL starter. Okay, and we have a star delta starter. Okay, for the efficient working and in order to reduce the starting current, we are going for the star delta starting connections. Okay, and this is another example. Okay, how a cabin looks like. Okay, this is a wound rotor motor starter and a resistor module overview. This is how it's look like. This is the wiring diagram. So as we told earlier, this is how exactly the soft starter looks like. This is the soft starter DOIL diagram. This is how we need to make our connections. So what are the advantages of these soft starters? Because it reduces the maintenance of the associated electromechanical equipments. Okay, lower starting and running current, which reduces the cable losses. We have a contactor switching operations which are carried out using the ideal conditions. No current flows during switch on, as all switching is carried out by the thyristor, which virtually eliminates the need for contact replacement. So as if we get into the functional charts, we have the motor voltage. So by monitoring this motor voltage for a particular period of time, we have a control signal start point as well as a control signal stop point, so that we can able to supply the power supply voltage in efficient way. So as we told earlier, this is a DOIL starter control diagram. Okay, so this is a simulator. This is how it looks like. Okay, if you want to make a control of a DOIL starter, then we need to make a wiring like this. So how to measure? Okay, how a DOIL starter ladder diagram looks like. So as we told earlier, when you're going for a ladder logic, previously it was a relay logic. In that one we will have a line, we will have a neutral in between. Okay, when we try to establish a switching contact, okay, with the contactors, okay, before that we need a fuse for protection. So this is how the wiring diagram or a DOIL starter ladder diagram looks like. Okay, as we told earlier, if you want to measure the power supply, okay, when the Q1 is alive, try to measure across 1 and 5 terminals AC. If you are providing 380 volt, okay, if you are providing some other voltage, then measure that voltage you will get. Okay, next, when you are measuring the potential difference across a start buttons, okay, then you should get a voltage of 24 volt. Okay, next, even across the potential free contact also you will get 24 volt. Okay, when you are measuring the potential difference across X110 terminal and X111, you should get a voltage of 24 volt. Okay, and when you measure the potential difference across the X110 and S22 terminal, there also you will get a voltage of 24 volt. Okay, this is a reverse starter interactive simulator. This is the wiring diagram of the reversing DOIL starter power switch. Okay, so this is a control circuit. This is how it looks like. If you want to make any sort of wiring, kindly please refer to this wiring diagram. So as we told earlier, we have a power circuit and also control circuitry. If you had a plan to control a power circuit using a star delta, then this is how you need to make the wiring connections. Or if you're planning for a star delta control circuitry, this is the wiring connection that you need to make. This is the star delta interactive simulator. Okay. Even we can use star delta starter for operating the cranes. Okay, because even inside the cranes we have motors to operate, right? So this is the control cabinet overview, and this is the wiring diagram of the crane where we are controlling the motor using the star delta starter. Okay, and if you're going for a PLC output cards, this is how you need to start the signals. Okay, this is how the starter control circuits looks like. Okay, so when you're going for a delta double star E motor features, then you need to have these terminals and you need to configure in such a way that so that if you are planning for high speed control, then you can go for 2WYE configuration. When you're going for a low speed control, then you can go for single delta configurations. Okay, and also using the PLC basic starters you can control the winch. Okay, and also if you're planning to control a crane which has a motor of around 195 kilowatt motor, then you can use this configuration, you can use this wiring diagram. This is the star delta starter safety circuit for 195 kilowatt crane, and this is the main motor star delta starter control circuit for 195 kilowatt crane. So if you want to control the crane motor using the starter power circuit, this is how it looks like. Okay, this is a wiring diagram. This is the main motor starter control circuit of a crane. And most importantly, whenever you plan relay circuit for a crane, most importantly you need to consider the emergency stop into consideration if occurs any sort of emergency situations. This is how the crane is getting connected with the PLC input and the output modules. Thank you so much. Please subscribe and press the bell icon. If you want to know more and learn more, you can contact us. We had provided the contact details here. We, L&P Renewable System Integrator, we are providing PLC programming training for Siemens, Allen Bradley and Delta PLCs. If you are working in GCC countries and you want to learn regarding the ship automation, building management system, building automation control system, then you can contact us. We had provided the contact details here. If you had a no EB power, you want to establish a solar DC light system, then you can contact us. We had provided the contact details here. If you have agriculture farms, you want to protect your crops from the animals, then instead of going for electrical fencing, you can use the solar fencing. We are providing solar fencing as a kit. We are providing solar on-grid, off-grid, hybrid application, solar street light and pump services, design, installation, testing and commissioning, consultancy and training supports. And if you want to learn the basics of access control system and electric vehicle basics, then you can contact us. We had provided the contact details here. Thank you so much.